Did something ever happen in your life that changed you? Did it change you in a negative way? Did you ever stop and think, how can this change into a positive way? This is a picture of my dad eating dinner the other night, and this is also another picture of him. In this picture, he has the middle finger up, and in this picture, he's smiling. So my dad has been through a lot of hard times in his life, more than the average person would have to go through. So in this picture, this is how he could have looked at his life, with a middle finger to the world. But this is how he chooses to look at his life for the most part. Don't let your past define you. Let your past redefine you. When my dad was younger, he lost his dad at 18 years old. But before that, his dad wasn't really in his life anyway. So he didn't have that person, that father figure to tell him maybe the smallest thing, how to throw a ball or how to be a man. He had to figure that out on his own. So he could have been a bad, mad dad, but instead, he decided to be one of the best fathers I know. He didn't let his past define him. He let it redefine him. At 10 years old, I couldn't imagine even knowing what heroin was or what drugs were. But my dad at a young age was exposed to that type of environment. A lot of his family did a lot of drugs, and he was around that type of environment. But instead of saying, this is what I know, this is all I know, I'm going to do drugs when I get older, or I'm going to fall into that same pattern, did he take drugs? No. He didn't let his past define him. He let it redefine him. He taught my siblings that drugs are a harmful thing. They can hurt you, they can hurt your family, you'll lose your life, and you'll lose respect. So through his pain, we learned that we would never want to be like his family or what they've been through. And through his pain, he taught us the opposite of what his family did. So when my dad was younger, he also didn't really have that many positive influences in his life. He looked for someone to guide him, didn't have a father figure. His family, like I said before, weren't the best people to look to for advice. So he kind of had to go on his own and figure out his own way. He didn't have much guidance in his life, but now many people go to him for guidance. He's an inspiring, influential idol, and not only do me and my younger siblings go to him, but many of my younger friends, they go to him for advice. He didn't let his past define him. He let it redefine him. Abraham Lincoln once said, we can complain about rose bushes having thorns, or we can rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. So when you're looking down on your life and you're thinking, I'm going through all these hard times, how can I benefit from this? Flip it. Be the change and let the bad mean something good.